I enjoy reading a handful of blogs that other people write, but I almost never post comments on them. The other day, though, I wrote a short note to a blogger I know, complimenting her on something she had written. It seemed like a common courtesy, a way of letting her know I am still reading what she writes and encouraging her to continue. I certainly didn't expect anyone to respond to my little comment, but someone did. Some other reader wrote that he did not like what my friend had written. He went on to say that her writing was always biased, and then he insulted me. I was dumbfounded. What kind of person does a thing like that? If we had all happened upon each other on the street and I had said to my blogger friend, "You look nice today," would this other guy have told her, "No, you don't, you're ugly"? And would he have turned to me and said, "And so are you"? I understand the value of criticism and debate, but this didn't seem to me to be very constructive. It was just mean. I've read a lot of letters to the editors in newspapers. They are usually civil. Maybe that's because the editors weed out the hateful letters. Maybe it's because the editors won't print letters without real names on them. The guy who insulted my friend on her blog has insulted her on her blog lots of times. He never signs his name. He uses a made-up name instead. Maybe he realizes he is being rude and he doesn't want anyone to know who he is. It's impossible to know whether public discourse is less civil these days than it was in the past. In some ways, things are definitely more civil. For example, for more than 4 years, people have been protesting against the Iraq War. I've been amongst them lots of times, and they are always very polite, even when people on the sidelines are yelling at them and calling them names. The protesters learned from the Vietnam War protests that it is counterproductive to call people names. The name callers are always the ones who look bad. I didn't bother responding to the guy who insulted my friend on her blog. No matter what I wrote, even if it was just "have a nice day," he'd take it as an excuse to rant some more. What puzzles me is why he keeps reading my friend's blog. He obviously disagrees with everything she says. He can't think he'll change her mind by constantly insulting her. It doesn't seem that anyone else who reads the blog is agreeing with him. He must just enjoy being disagreeable. The guy who writes into my friend's blog uses a phony name, so I don't know who he is. I do know what he is. He's one of those people who watches someone build a sandcastle, waits until they are gone, and then kicks in the sandcastle.